Okay, welcome everybody to a lesson on The Secret History by Donna Tartt. We're now going to look at chapter 2, and there are a lot of questions in chapter 2, and so I thought we would have a look at the grammar of questions in today's class. We'll have a look at some vocabulary again in the next class because I want to be doing grammar, vocabulary, and I want to try to cover all the topics that I covered in my advanced grammar course. I want to try to show you questions, tenses, modal verbs, subjunctive, inversion, conditionals being used in this book, because of course you find all of this grammar used in pretty much any book. So let's start with questions, and I want to remind you all how you make a question in English, because technically you're all taught right at the beginning that you need to use the question word first. So let's say who is a question word, but so is what, how, where, when, why. They're all question words. Who, yeah, and then the auxiliary verb, do, and then the subject, you, then the main verb, live, and then the preposition, with. Who do you live with? Who do you live with? Yeah, and we usually put the preposition at the end of any question. So if you hear an English teacher say never end a sentence with a preposition, you tell that English teacher that they are wrong. I'm afraid that's incorrect. We finish all our questions with prepositions, and there are loads of other sentences which we do end with prepositions. So you put the preposition at the end, and it's always question word, auxiliary, subject, main verb, preposition. Okay, that's how you form a question. But then you read books and you see things like this, got a date, and you think that's not really following this pattern. Now it is to some extent, in fact it actually is following this pattern, I would say, but it's just missing out a lot of words. And of course in everyday English there is a lot of ellipsis, and what I mean is we omit a lot of words, we miss out a lot of words that we would include if we were writing an academic essay and making complete sentences. And so this first question is from Judy Poovey in chapter 2. She asks Richard, have you got a date? Yeah, and that's how I would say it in the long form. And I want to try to show you that, okay, there's no question word here, so there's no need for who or what or why. It's just straight onto the auxiliary verb. Have you, main verb, got, and then the subject, then the object of got. Have you got a date? Yeah. Have you got a date tonight? And she means, have you got a romantic meeting set up with somebody? That's what a date often means, especially in American English. They very often use the word a date for a romantic meeting of some kind. So have you got a date? But I think we do in Britain nowadays as well, because we've taken a lot of American expressions that we've seen in films, for example. So Judy asks him, have you got a date? And I'm going to expand each time to try to show you what the whole question would be, because you'll see that lots of times we're missing out words. Richard answers, what? And maybe he means, what do you mean? Yeah, what do you mean? Or maybe he means, what did you say? Yeah, what do you mean? Or what did you say? Maybe he misheard her and he went, what? Meaning, what did you say? What did you say? But notice, what do you mean? What did you say? They still follow question, auxiliary, subject, main verb.